Today, an interview with Secretary of State Tillerson aired in which he refused to answer the question of whether or not he called President Trump a moron back in October, during which time reports were made that he was so upset with him and was thinking of quitting his position as Secretary of State. And he cited that this is a petty thing to discuss. It's something that's irrelevant to the main topics at hand. And, that in and of itself is a correct statement. This is not something we should prioritize over what they're actually doing in that House of Horrors right now, which it's been that way for a couple of administrations. But people always like to say, "Well, you're just attacking them because they're Republicans." No, we have had awful actions under Democrats in the last 2 decades. As recently as a year ago. So I'm in no way just making this a partisan attack. Now, the reason why I think him just refusing to outright confirm or deny it is that he knows it's bad to leave it out there. People, even when they lie about things, they say, "No, I didn't do this. Not at all. No, this could never have happened under me." And one might feel that this is him trying to show his honesty halfway, but you have to remember, he won't confirm or deny, which means he's leaving up interpretations where people will say, "Oh, he genuinely does think this is dumb," but he's still not saying, "Did you or did you not do it?" It's a lot easier for something to be quelmed, the belief or a thought, when someone just says, "This happened, this didn't happen." I was upset with Trump because I felt that he was doing this. I felt the people at the State Department were picking their noses and not really cared about any of the issues. So I called them this, or I said this, but I didn't call him a moron. I didn't say this about this person. That would have really done much to lower the number of speculative arguments that people have been making about his comments. But again, I feel kind of in a strange position where I have to, in one way, defend Tillerson over this, and in the other hand, kind of raise my eyebrow at him, because this strategy of I'll just keep turning it down until people get tired of it hasn't worked. It's been 3 months. November, December, January. Now we're in the latter part of February. It doesn't pad out. So I think he's wasting his time not saying what happened, or at least trying to outright say yes or no. And until he just states what it is, we're going to have more attention paid to this. And it goes back to this thing of people effectively being their own worst enemies when it comes to their way of conducting themselves. He could just easily say, "This did not happen." And, whether you think he's lying or not, there's the answer. So I'm tired of it. Just this thing where we can't state something. There has to be kind of a halfway that leaves both sides open to possibility. It's aggravating.